I know you have a hugely busy schedule, and so even for a modicum of your time, I'm immensely grateful. And personally, I'm curious if what's going on at Skinwalker. Did ATIP study that? And I know you don't like to espouse, but what do you think is going on there? Sub question. Let me say before I forget it. And then I wanted to know, is there a connection between Bigfoot and UFOs? Because there seems to be a confluence of that at Skinwalker, at least.
So I work with colleagues that were focused on the AWSAP and the Skinwalker phenomenon. What I can say is that they are very convinced, and I think I am too, that there are things that probably go bump in the night that probably need further explanation. But that was not my portfolio, and I don't want to speak to that because I simply don't know. That was done at a time with the tremendous efforts of Mr. Bigelow and the former director, AWSAP director, and a lot of folks from Bigelow Aerospace. And the data was very compelling. I'll say that. It was absolutely compelling. And I think Mr. Brandon Fugel now and others have recognized the validity of some of that data. But that's all I'm prepared to say about that. As far as Bigfoot, I'm going to share something with you. And I hope that this doesn't turn anybody off.
It's probably going to turn me
on. I had the great honor and privilege of speaking with some people from the First Nations of Saskatchewan, Indigenous people, of the Lakota and Dakota bands. These are individuals who are fiercely proud, have an incredible heritage, and have nearly 10,000 years of oral tradition, okay, in this continent. And they have an incredible connection to the land. And I was asked by someone there, and I'm not going to say who it was, but a very senior individual who was associated with the First Nations people. And he asked me, he said, I want to ask you a question, Lou. Have you ever seen Sasquatch? I said, no, sir. She said, I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you've never seen Sasquatch? I said, sir, I've never seen Sasquatch. And he said, well, that's good, because from my people's perspective, Sasquatch is a spirit that protects our women and children, and a spirit of the forest. And if you see a man see Sasquatch, it means your heart is impure. And I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, holy smokes, sure glad I haven't seen Sasquatch.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was their take. Very, very interesting.
But who among us have pure hearts?
Well, that's a whole other question, right? I don't think any of us really do have pure hearts, but the fact that they see it that way, I found very, very interesting. It's very unique perspective, and I think if anybody has a right to have a narrative on Sasquatch, it's certainly Indigenous people. So I found that, again, I can't tell you whether or not that's true. I can just tell you what was told to me. But there you have it.